Here to speak with this thing.
I don't even know what I'm doing. You guys, this is Fire Hour Hotel Edition. We are live from a hotel. So don't mind the background and the noises. For those of you that entered the call, don't mind the background. This is Fire Hour Hotel Edition. We did a really last minute family staycation. The kids are literally next to us in the other bed.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I hope you guys heard all of that. Did you guys hear that?
Because you had the microphone back.
Oh yeah, see, Trish said she did. So the kids are so happy. Um, they're so happy to hear us right now live on Fire Hour. Um, Caitlin, do you want to say hi to everyone? Caitlin, say hi. They're so happy to be woken up so early with us. I hope you guys can hear us because the baby had a rough night and she did not sleep. So hopefully this doesn't wake her up. But hi, Kate. Say hi to everyone. She's so excited. Can you tell? Anyways, Shun,
What?
are you going to come in here?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to hold that camera?
No, I gotta set this up.
Um,
Talk about lifestyle. It's the beauty of how.
so we're a little disheveled. Thank goodness we took Thrive because I don't know how he'd be right now. So glad the baby's still sleeping and this isn't waking her up. Oh my goodness. Goody says, my daughter had me up at 4 a.m. doing her hair. Yeah, no, I'm not a morning person. I don't know how you did that. I would have been like, not I. Oh, there's the other one. Bella, do you want to say hi? Bella, do you want to say hi? Say hi to everyone. She's so happy. Can you tell? Uh,
Just talk about like how we're about to do this in the bathroom.
okay, so I had this brilliant idea. There's a bathroom here and it has like wooden doors. And I was like, hey, why don't we just shoot Fire Hour from the bathroom so we don't wake up the kids because there's doors. And we could put like some white noise on for the baby and stuff. And so there's these like heavy tree trunk seat things underneath the thing. And I was like, well, we'll just pull it out, put the laptop on the counter, sit down. I had this whole planned out. And so Sean and Caitlin yesterday were moving the little tree trunk things from underneath the counters of the bathroom because they were so heavy, right? Sean needed help, and luckily Caitlin's super buff, and so they started moving, and they're in there for like 20 minutes, and then after they get it set up, Caitlin's like, like, wouldn't it be better if you guys did Fire Hour just outside? On the bed or like in the room because Bella and I have to get ready for school during that time. So for 20 minutes, they were messing with like a tree trunk in the bathroom because I had a brilliant idea of shooting from there just so we wouldn't wake up the baby. Um, so that was funny. So again, bit disheveled. This is Fire Hour Hotel Edition. Um, yeah. Yeah, they're all coming in. Yeah, you just make it work. You should here. This is what's going on in the background. We're just figuring it out as we move along. Are we gonna open the window for like more lights or like no?
Yeah, we
Or this
can
is good? Oh, okay, that's good. The lights are good.
see.
All right,
Was good.
here you go.
Welcome to Fire Hour. It's interesting, interesting experience. Now this is actually pretty normal for everyone who works from home and for everyone who just, works from phone. Verge says, it shows how committed you guys are. Appreciated you guys so much. Thank you, Kate, Bella, and Devin. Thank you. Good morning. Grand Rising. Yeah, so yeah, because Crystal was actually asking me yesterday if we're gonna do Fire Hour, simply because we did the last minute staycation and we didn't make a decision until, I mean, actually you made the decision.
I made the decision while you were driving and you were busy. So
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go,
yeah.
let's get it.
And then after like Devin was up all night and we're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't sleep. So it's okay. All right. So today is the 22nd. I know that there's more people coming on. Um, Last episode, I know that we talked about the automations, right?
Yeah, well, we talked about like, like rank advancement had just happened. Everyone was hitting all these rank advancements and like getting their belief checks. So that episode took over. And
Yeah.
then but we were supposed to talk about automation. So
Okay. So this is actually perfect because when it comes to like automations and
it
systems,
actually is, yeah.
yeah, like this is really perfect because it's all about systems. And so the thing that I want to share today, the topic for today's episode is about, you know, it's more philosophical, but it's also you can put it into practice, okay? Because anything that you do, this is about the entire concept is about like trading your time for money and how because we have technology, we have software, we have mindset, we have skill set, we're able to learn, right? How can we use all the things that we're doing and then start to automate everything, right? So when it comes to like for example, like with if you think about like what you do every single day, right? And like for us with Thrive, with Fire Hour, like I have to set up like the camera, like the other camera. I don't have to set any of this up, but I want to, right? So I set up the camera, I set up the lights, I set up the laptop, I have the microphone. I'm in talk with a company to get another microphone for free, like because they hit me up. But
The lights are on the ice bucket, guys. They're clipped to the ice bucket.
I'll, I'll take a picture of it and show you guys after. But these are the things that like if I had someone else doing it, or if we had a set, if we had like a podcast studio, then all of this would be set up. It's one time done and then boom, right? It's a system. So I already have a system that's set up for this, but I can't automate it because it's a tangible thing. But when it comes to like anything that's digital, anything that is software related, and anything that's phone related, like your DMs or like frequently asked questions or comments, or even sales funnels or discussions like the 7 stage flow from before, right? It's all a process. Everything is step by step. And so when it comes to like trading time for money, when you think about your IPAs, income producing activities, or your daily method of operation, the things that you do every single day, in your schedule, ask yourself this question. What do I do every single day that requires my time? And can I either, there's three questions. Can I eliminate it in order? Okay. Can I eliminate it? Can I automate it? Or can I delegate it? Right. And these are the three questions to ask yourself when it requires your time. Okay. Specifically when it requires you, like you only, your time alone. Ask yourself, can I eliminate it? Can I automate it? Can I delegate it? If you cannot eliminate it, that means it has to be done. So, with that being said, the second question is, well, how can I automate it then? Because you're trading your time. You're trading your time. It's time that you can never get back. It's time that is invaluable, actually, right? Your time is priceless. Time is one of the most important things for everyone. So, if we're thinking about that and we really truly are grateful for our time, how can we be more intentional with our time then, right? How can we be more intentional with every single decision and action that we take? And so one of the things that, when I start to learn more about like mindset and philosophy, and I start to learn more about the value of my time, I realize, well, if I'm going to be doing something over and over again, I might as well do my best to either automate it or delegate it. Or in fact, if it's even necessary at all, can I eliminate it? Right. So that's what this whole entire episode is going to be about because again, Like if we figure out how to automate income producing activities and certain things in your daily method of operation, you will automatically, after this episode, you will automatically get more time back every day. And you will also make more money. And not only that, you'll also make more time to do things that you want to do, such as have more fun, have more time with loved ones, have more time for the things that you want to truly do, have more time for anything and everything. And not only that, what is linked from to time? It's energy, right? Energy is everything. Energy, in fact, in my opinion, and from my personal experience and just my belief, is everything. Energy is everything. And so, even above time, energy is everything. If I have all the time in the world, but I don't have the energy to do something, what good is all that time? Right? This is like the mindset shift for me. I had a breakthrough when I realized that my energy is more valuable than my time. And so when I spend my energy with whoever or on anything, I'm always deciding and I'm being intentional. Is this worth my energy? Right? Should I use my energy for this? Should I use my energy for that? Right? Because why am I doing it? What's the purpose? So when it comes to like fire hour, for example, right? Like Crystal and I, we decide like, is fire hour like this week or is fire hour like, this time? Is it necessary, right? Is it necessary for us to put our energy in? Is it necessary for us to spend this time, right? And for us, like we obviously we're here, right? So we decide yes. The answer is yes. Like every time we show up, it's because we are asking ourselves this question and we're like, yes, 100% is worth it. Why? It's because, well, who are we serving? Who are we here to help? Who are we here to give value to? Right. And not only that, it's because what's that one framework I always talk about, right? Whatever you reflect out into the world is what you get back, right? And so for us, part of our vision and part of our life is to give back no matter what. And so, like, we're doing this and like we love doing it because we love you guys and we love like our business and we love helping other people. And not only that, but like also like who are we doing it for, right? Our why.
Mhm.
Like we're doing it not just for ourselves, but for the future generations, right? The future is about the children. The future is about those who we love and care about. So there's so many different reasons why you do something, but I'm sharing this for a reason, okay? It's to bring it all back to your time, to your energy, you must value, I encourage you to value your time and energy because if you continue to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, nothing's going to change unless you change, right? And because we're all sharp, because we are all learners, we're students, we're adaptable, we have that mindset, we're all leaders here. You're on fire hour, you're a leader. Like I 100% believe that. So I believe 100% that you're able to level up your skill set. You're able to level up your mindset. You're able to level up your professional development. You're able to level up everything you do in your life because the best project you'll ever work on is you, right? So guess what? Today's episode is about that. It's about leveling up your systems, leveling up your time management, leveling up your management of the self, leveling up like how you see different things and how you be more intentional with your decisions, with your time, your energy. So that way you can get back your time and be able to make more in less time, have more with less, do all these different things. It's very counterintuitive, but it works. But being able to like accomplish and achieve these different goals by getting more time back for yourself, right? And working smarter, not harder. So system, yeah, Verge says system stands for save yourself some time, energy, and money. And that's 100% true.
Yeah. It's a great acronym.
Yeah, it's freaking, it's fire.
If you can systemize everything in your life, if you just think about it, just experiment it, right? Like nothing's ever final, nothing's ever permanent. You can just experiment with it. A really small example would be like cleaning. Can you clean yourself? Sure, you can clean yourself, but can you also hire a cleaner to clean? And that's something that we do, right? Like we hire a cleaner to come clean because although we can clean ourselves in that amount of time, which might be like 2 to 4 hours or what have you, what could we be doing? We
Mhm.
could be resting. We could be, playing with the kids, or we could be working just to get ahead of like the week or what have you. And so one thing for me was like, a cleaner is just necessary, right? Like, and that's just for me. Some people they like cleaning and they enjoy it. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. But for me, I always think like, what else can I do with my time right now? Like what would make the most sense? And so that's something small, that's just outsourcing, which is part of the delegating part, right? So what can you delegate and what can you outsource? And in that amount of time that you're doing that, what can you do, right? In the beginning, if you're out there, you're trying to make money, you're trying to stack whatever, yeah, like sometimes you have to clean yourself, right? But if you have an option out there to make more money and you're able to do that from home, right? Like with Thrive, like maybe you can outsource cleaning during a really busy season in order for you to be able to work on like your business, right? So that's just kind of like a simple, small example that I just wanted to share.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, again, it's like what's the philosophy? What's the concept? It's trading your time, right? Trading your time for dollars, trading your time for money, trading your time to do something versus the other thing, right? That's called opportunity cost. When you are deciding on an action to take, like there's two opportunities ahead of you, right? One is you can either if it depends on what you were like looking at, but let's just talk about business, right? So if you have the choice between like having to clean versus having to work, and working, if you do the calculations, working makes you like, let's say just $20 and a cleaner like is 15, like that's $5 difference right there, right? So I mean,
They wouldn't be 15, but
I know, but I'm just giving you like super simple example. And so like in that 1 hour, right? Like, does it make more sense for you to clean or to work? Because you also have to account for a compound effect with your work, right? In that 1 hour that you worked, like can that 1 hour that you worked compound into more money or not, right? If you're trading your time for money, like if you're working as an employee without commissions, then like that 1 hour is not going to compound because there's always going to be more work. And not only that, but you're not in control of your income. You're not in control of like how much you can actually make, right? But in a business, in that 1 hour that you're working, if you're in sales position, if you're in commission position, if you are in business, you're in control of making how much you want to make. Then in that 1 hour can be $1,000. That 1 hour can be $500. That 1 hour can be $10,000. It can be however much value you can provide to the market. So does it make more sense to clean or does it make more sense to pursue business, right? In that situation. So obviously like this is just an extreme example, but it's also realistic because it's real, right? And it's the point is just to ensure that, the explanation is comes across. That's basically it. Okay? So let's just go through the system real quick because it's exactly what it is. Save yourself some time, energy, and money. So for me, like when I set up Fire Hour, like I already know that if we just did Zoom and there was already light, then I don't have to set up anything else. So that's the system, right? But the thing is that, anything that you do, especially if you're passionate about it, I'm pretty sure, at least this is for me, like I want to get better. I want to improve. Like I'm always doing my best to level up to see if I can, make more value, right? Create value. That's value creation. So for me, like I set up the lights, I set up another video like recording because the Zoom quality is kind of low and I don't want to put that out there, right? And then we use a microphone and I want to get a better microphone just to have higher quality of audio for everyone and including myself. But this is the entire system right here. And it's just, I have a Google Doc that I use and it's like step by step of what I do. So I don't have to think about it, right? Because also like think about this. Like when we're like doing Fire Hour and even when you're doing like your business and you're working on yourselves, you're here. All of us, there's so much input that is happening into our brains, into us. It's energy that's like you're receiving and giving out. And so this actually like decreases the amount of decision making power that you have throughout the day because this is like we're doing a lot, you know what I mean? So imagine like waking up and then having to speak on a Zoom call and then having to train and then you didn't even sleep. And then from there, it's like all these different things, right? All the variables, right? I'm accounting for all that with a system, right?
Mhm.
I counter all of the variables by implementing a system and then following it to the T. Okay. Susan says, "Good morning. Thank you." Oh, here, you want to read?
Thank you for your morning resurrection. I am new here. I did not want to be here these last 2 days, and Birch has been very persistent and pushy and getting me to join these calls. Thanks for the ROI of time and systematic perspectives on your EAD. I wasn't awake, but anything systems wakes up my ears. LOL. I love
Oh,
that. Thank
nice.
you. And I remember Susan, I met you in San Diego, the San Diego local, right? And you did a really nice meditation for us. So thank you for that again. I do remember you. But yeah, like anytime, like anytime we're on these calls, we're always like, how can we add a return on everyone's investment in time? Because all of you guys are spending your time with us. So we're like, are we giving enough value? Like, did we say something that resonated with someone? So thank you for that feedback. But systems, like we love systems. Like we're systems type of people. Like anytime we can make our lives easier just by setting it up, we do that. Like you should see my project management board. It's insane. He recently joined it and he was like,
Like I have mine and then I have hers now, you know? Yes, welcome to the call. Welcome to Fire Hour. This is yeah, because she wasn't on earlier,
yeah.
but yeah, we're in a hotel right now. So
PMP certified as well. What's PMP?
PMP certified.
Rizal, so much value here. We're so thankful to be here and part of the team. We are so thankful you guys are here too. Project management professional. Yes. So like that is how our brains work in anything and everything we do. Like even at home with our kids, like we have our schedules, we have our systems, like everything is delegated. Everyone knows what they should do at what time. Whether they do it or not is another thing. Sometimes at home it's a bit harder, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Lena says they got me at opportunity cost. Yes, so many things can happen. Like opportunity cost is like the biggest thing ever. It's like
Yeah.
opportunity cost and, sunk cost, right? Like a sunk cost is something you already spent your time or your money and your energy on, and you just can't get it back. And sometimes you just have to like move on for that from that. But keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, so again, when it comes to like looking at your own schedule, because this is active work, okay? Like we're if you want to do the work, right? I invite you to do the work. Look at your schedule, right? Literally write down like the entire 24 hours in a day. Like,
Mhm.
starting from like 12 midnight all the way through 12 again, okay? And then from there, 24 hours, list out every single hour. Like what are you doing at that time for the entire week, okay? So Monday through Sunday, right?
Yeah.
24 hours, Monday through Sunday. This is just a one-time thing that you do, okay? It's going to take 2 weeks basically to do it. But when you do that and you figure out exactly, like specifically, what you are doing for each of those days, and you have to do it every single day for 7 days straight, you're going to be able to identify exactly what you do repeatedly that requires your direct time. Okay. Then from there, now you ask yourself the 3 questions. Can I eliminate this? If the answer is no, then that's probably a necessity, right? So then from there, or we can assume that. Then from there, the second question is, well, can I automate it? Because it's trading your time directly. So how can you automate yourself? How can you duplicate yourself? How can you clone yourself? Automation, okay? If that's possible. And if you can't, right, if it's not a software thing, it's a tangible thing, like a physical thing you have to do, then can you delegate it? Okay. And that's the third question. If you can delegate it, then you automatically get your time back. Now, here's the challenge. Okay. The challenge is this. There's 2 challenges. So if you don't do this exercise, then everything I'm going to talk about in today's episode is not going to really matter, but it's at least going to plant the seed, okay, for you later down the road. But for those who are going to be taking this action, right, who wants more time, right, to do more things, to get more done, to make more money in less time, all these different benefits that will happen, they will actually occur after doing the work. Okay. So if you're going to be doing this activity for the next 2 weeks, right? Because it just starts today, just start it today, right? You're going to identify exactly how much opportunity cost you're leaving on the table, how much opportunity you're leaving on the table when you can figure out how much time you can get back. Okay? Because if you can automate and you can delegate, you will automatically start to get more time. I know I said this before, but I just want to drive it down, okay? Like you will automatically get more time back and you'll start to see more opportunities because now you're going to have a bigger opportunity, like you're going to have a bigger like just schedule to work with basically. It's going to give you more space in your mind, in your mental clarity, and also more space in your visual because you're going to be able to just take a step back from everything and have like some breathing room. You know what I mean? So from there, now the challenge I was talking about is after you automate and you delegate, well, those two things probably cost money, right? How much is it going to cost? We don't know yet because we need to figure out exactly what you're going to automate and delegate. For this specific episode, I'm going to talk about automating your income producing activities and automating your daily method of operation when it comes to your business activities. Okay. And we'll talk about it in, I guess, three layers. So the first layer is yourself as the operator. It's all the actions that you have to do when it comes to your income producing activities. So what is an income producing activity for yourself? If we talk about the 5 4 3 2 1, right? What is the 5 4 3 2 1?
Income
So
producing activities, posting on social media, reach outs, follow ups, hopping on a call or maybe talking to a leader,
mhm.
just to check in.
Yeah. And the most important one in just in my opinion is obviously like social media posting, right? Like promoting your business, right? Getting yourself out there, getting the attention and traffic to your product or service that you're offering to the market. And so when it comes to like the number one income producing activity that we should focus on today to automate, right? Or to delegate or automate, it would be that one. It's how can you start to systemize your income producing activities so that way you're able to activate 24/7, right? 24/7 like income flow, right? 24/7 marketing efforts, 24/7 like income producing activities that when you're going to sleep or when you're on vacation or you're just traveling or you're doing whatever, or you're spending time with loved ones, money is still coming in. You have a system that is working for you, right? And so like I want to give like really specific examples that are real, okay? Because that way like everyone gets a clear picture of what I'm talking about. So step one is obviously you have a product or service, right? Everyone here has Thrive. Um, I know that there's meditation, there is AI, there's all these different things, okay? There's coaching, there's financial services, there's all these different like offers that everyone is building, right? So, and you have your own businesses as well. So, let's say for example, like with one of your businesses, step one is product, right? Product or service. Step two is creating the marketing strategy, and then from there, creating your content campaigns. That's step three. Step four is posting it on social media. Step five is, receiving the data, like analyzing the data, seeing what's working, right? Step six is someone hit you up or someone like opted in. They did the call to action that you posted. They're like, hey, how can I get started? How can I learn more? Step seven is they go to your website or they go into a sales funnel or they hit you up through a call, whatever that sales process is for you, right? Step number eight is you're on the phone call now, or you're like in the DMs and you're closing the deal, right? And that's number eight. That's money, right? Step number nine is they got started. Now they're doing onboarding. Now you're taking them through the onboarding process, right? They're learning more about like how can I like get this done, right? Step number 10 is like they're now on the journey. They're on their journey towards success, whatever that success is. Step number 11, which is the door. 11 is opportunity, new doors, new journeys closing, right? Opening and closing. They like accomplish their goal. They see success, right? And then from there, like step number 12 is receive a testimonial, receive a success story. Okay. So I just made all this up, but it's a real walkthrough. Okay. But from start to finish, from your product and service, ideation and creation, all the way through to your customer, client, whoever it is that you're serving, you're providing the product and service to, they accomplished their goal that you wanted to, right? You help them solve a problem that they had, and they needed your product or service to help them bridge that gap from A to B. Okay. So that's the entire like customer journey, basically, right? That's why I just laid out. Now, in every single one of these points, okay, the 12 steps, and there's more and there's less, okay? I just made it up. But in these points, which parts can you automate? Which parts do you need to delegate, right? Which parts can be eliminated? I'm telling you right now, with all of these steps can literally be automated like completely. It's like freaking crazy because we have AI now though, right? Who here is using AI? Who here has been using AI? Who here is using AI to create your copy, to create your marketing strategies, your marketing, your content campaigns, your talking points, your topics? You're asking it for a business plan, asking like AI to help you with copywriting, asking AI to help you think through problems, challenges, solutions, like strategizing. All right. Roselle says I use it sometimes. That's good. You know, like in the future, this is what's going to be like happening, right? And it's already
It's
happening
already
right now.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, like I just saw like on a Wall Street Journal that Microsoft is coming out with a new laptop and they're launching in June. And their laptop is specifically designed with AI, right? And Crystal, she just bought my laptop and it's like a Microsoft one. It uses like some Microsoft like I don't know what it is,
I
but
haven't even opened it yet, so you would know more
okay,
than
so I opened it for her
me.
and I set it up.
And then Aaron would, because Aaron used it. So I was just like, yeah, just tell me how you like it.
Yeah, so I opened it up and like the first thing I see is that AI is already activated on it.
Wow.
Yeah, so then I'm like thinking like, all right, well, should I use Google still or like should I use like Microsoft's like Edge thing? Because it's like
Interesting.
yeah, so I
Hmm.
was pretty like taken aback because I got to see like how much more opportunity was there. I could see like how helpful and beneficial it could be because of the work that I do. Right? For me as a consultant, like I have to research a lot. And this is why like the billionaires, like Warren Buffett, right? This is what he talks about. He's always like reading. Like why does Warren Buffett, like a billionaire, and one of the wealthiest people in the world, and not only that, but also one of the most like intelligent investors of our time, reads 8 hours a day. Why does he do that? What is he doing that we're not doing? Like he's reading 8 hours a day. What's reading? It's knowledge. It's knowledge transfer. It's knowledge. It's receiving knowledge, downloading knowledge. So for me as a consultant, like if I'm not up to par with like the marketing strategies or with marketing, what's happening in social
Hmm.
media, because I'm a marketing consultant,
Hmm.
like if I'm not up to date with the trends, with what is the future, with what is the now, what is happening, then I'm not gonna be a good consultant. It's
Yeah.
that simple. So that's why I do a lot of research. Now, guess what? When it comes to AI, how can I cut my learning curve and research faster? Well, that's why I use YouTube. I use AI to ask like for, like what's the latest research on this, and then I look for the citing and the sources. Like I'm doing all of that when I'm doing my researching. So I just use AI to cut my learning curve. But for me, in that example, how can I how can I automate that and how can I delegate it? Right? So here's how I automate it. Like with automation, basically me opting in for all these like email newsletters that are specifically for the trends and specifically for like the big corporations and what they're seeing. And so then from there, I receive an email. I receive an email specifically for all those things. And then every morning and every night, I look through it and I'm reading, I'm researching. So I do a lot of researching because I have to, right? But that's one form of automation for me. And some can argue that that's delegation, but call it what you want. But that was one form. The second way is through delegation in a sense, but it's through knowledge transfer because now here's like the mastermind effect, okay? Like for me, I get on a call with very smart people like once a week. And what happens in that call is a mastermind. And guess what? Like what am I doing on that call? I'm getting knowledge transferred and I'm asking questions to people who are smarter than me, people who are more intelligent, people who have more experience, people who are working with 100 millions to billions. And I'm getting that knowledge and I'm downloading that by asking questions, right? So guess what? That's how I delegate like my learning curve. I'm like asking smarter, wiser, more experienced people like, hey, I need like to know about this. Hey, I need to know like what your thoughts are on this. And then they give me all the research that they did. So now like a year of research and like 10 years and 20 years of experience is now done in one call. Does that make sense? So this is like part of how you can download knowledge faster, right? I don't know if that makes sense in terms of like automation delegation,
Um,
but
I mean, it makes so much sense because the thing is like, how are you going to automate something if you don't understand it enough? And how are you going to delegate it if you're not even aware that you might not, be that good at this specific subject or
Mhm.
that someone else knows better than you, right? And
Yeah.
so, um, when I automate or when I delegate something, I'm like, okay, what am I really good at? Like, where is my strength, right? Because I want to use the least amount of energy in doing what I need to do every single day. So, if I have a certain strength and I know I'm really good at that, then that's what I'm going to handle, right? But if there's something that I have to handle throughout the day that I'm not that good at, well, guess what? I'm going to delegate it or I'm going to ask someone that I know is really good at it as opposed to spend my time and my energy in trying to get good at it, right? Because there's so many things out there, right? And so for me, I just like to stick to a couple things that are my strength, and I like to delegate the things out that other people are better at to other people because that saves myself again, like that saves myself time. I save time and I save money and I save energy because I'm not trying to learn something someone spent 10 or 20 years already learning, but you have to know what you have to be self-aware enough to know what you're good at and what you don't like to do and who else is good at that and just, asking them to do that part. So I feel like that's a part of automating things. Like you're automating, okay, well, if it's this, who do I go to? If it's that, who do I go to? Right? It's
Yeah.
like you're not trying to take it on yourself.
Yeah, and then also to add to that, because that's actually a good point. Even if you are, this is like another thing. This is where you also level up like your delegation skill set and also like everything else. Because in order to scale, like in truth, there are certain things that only you can do, and especially because you are the best at it, right? But there's gonna come a time when you're gonna have to pass that information, that knowledge, that experience down to someone else to take over, right? So because we know that that's gonna happen, the question to ask yourself is, well, how can I do that faster, sooner? Who is that person that can take that? Because the thing is, like, this is what I learned from outsourcing and delegating, and just hiring like people and teams. Okay, this is what I learned from my personal experience is that even though I'm the best at one certain skill, that doesn't mean that I have to do it. That doesn't mean that it's requiring me to always do it, right? Because I know better, because I know about opportunity costs. Because if I know I can do this, then I know for me with my skill set, I know I can teach it. So I'm looking for talent all the time because I want to, yeah, Goody says you can teach it to someone 100%. Exactly. Lena says yes, because you can learn faster by others who have done the research. Yeah, exactly. You cut the learning curve, right? You mentor those who are ready. And so for me, Crystal and I, we're always looking for talent because like our vision is big. Like at least, everyone's vision is big, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I'm just talking about for us. Like for our vision, like we have like our goal is in terms of our children is generational wealth. Is how can and I know there's people here who want that as well. So one of the beauties of Thrive is that it's you can will it to your children, right? You can pass it down to your children. That's one
Yeah.
thing.
And they've already been in training.
They're literally in training right now. So, but that's one avenue, right? But this is not just the only avenue that we're focused on. Like we have other businesses that we're focused on. And so for us, like we're not thinking as a small business owner. We're thinking of like how can we create a machine, right? How can we create a system, a machine, and a business that works for us instead of us working for the business, right? Because if we always work for the business, then how can the business work for you? Your business should actually be working for you
Mhm.
instead of you working for your business.
Just like your money.
Just like your money. Yeah, that's huge, actually.
Yeah, just like your money. And the thing is, like, we like honestly, like, we haven't gotten to that point in some of our businesses. And so that's okay, right? But because we're like struggling and strategizing and growing through some of those pain points right now, by the time we're done, we're going to be able to be like, hey, kids, here you go. It runs on its own. These are the systems we set up. This is the operations. And then we'll have like a manual to be able to like teach them like this is what we did. So in case anything breaks or something happens, you will know where it broke and how to fix it, right? But then their lives will be, like much easier. They'll have actually a lot more time freedom than probably we would. But I mean in a different way, right? Because I wouldn't let our children just do whatever they want. Like and frolic around the world. We're like, no, you got to like sign up, like to maybe hop on the board in like the nonprofit. Like there's going to be certain things that we lay out that they need to do and that they need to know, right? Like they have to work for it. Like we worked for it and they're going to work for it too, but they're going to be able to work smarter, right? So sometimes it's like it's not necessarily about you and about what you want, but it's like what about your future generations, right? And their future generations. We always like to think long term. We like to think 20, 30, 40, 50 years out, not just tomorrow, not just next week or next month.
Yeah.
And so when we think of things, when we come together, we work on things, we train, anything and everything that we do, we're thinking like maybe 100 years out from now, right? So to us, like systems is everything.
Yeah. And like one thing too, right? Like this concept of long-term thinking, it applies to people, right? It applies to your relationships or applies to your networking. Like one thing that I like to say, especially when it comes to business networking, and this extends to every type of relationship that you have, but you're gonna network for the rest of your life. You're gonna connect with people for the rest of your life. You're going to create connections with others for the rest of your life. So your reputation is everything. And those
Mhm.
relationships, your relationships with people is everything. Because how long are we going to be here for? Right? Hopefully at least the next 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years, right? For each of us, right? But again, it depends on how life flows. And the point of that though is for everyone that you're in contact with, for everyone that you're connected with, everyone here, like we're connected with you. All of us here, we're not looking at this as a short-term relationship.
Yeah.
We're looking at every single one of us here as, wow, like we're partners for life. Like we're doing life together, right? It's not just like the short little 1 year, 2 year thing. It's literally like the next 30 years. All right. That's what we're looking at. So that's why it's important to know like and to have these concepts in your mind.
We don't do short-term things. We don't.
Never.
Like it just doesn't make sense. Like it really has to make sense for us to do something short-term because the thing is like if we have to spend any time or money or energy on something, like it better last, right? Because we only have so much of it, right? So are we going to build for one day or 1 month or 1 year, or are we going to build for future generations, right? So I think that's like a different mindset that we have when it comes to systems. So, maybe most of you already think that way. And if you don't, like, hey, maybe start to think, what could I do? What should I do? What is going to last longer? What's going to
Exactly.
be worth my time?
100%. Yeah. So Tiffany says generational wealth for the babies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And that is a powerful why. Yeah. 100%. Susan says, yes, as Warren Buffett says, I like to read and listen a lot, as well as where do I spend my time? 100%. His philosophy on trust, built on many years, but can be doomed in minutes. So protect it.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a book called The Speed of Trust, and it talks about Warren Buffett and a deal that he did based on trust. It was a handshake deal, and it was multiple millions of dollars in that deal. But because of trust, because of the relationship with trust, Warren Buffett said, let's go. Let's just do it. And so that, right, it's just trust is everything, right? Trust is literally everything, especially in business. Goody, Goody says, building a relationship to continue to grow and evolve. Anything in life. Yes, 100%, right? Like, again, like I know that there are going to be ups and downs in life. Everyone has them. But the thing is that that doesn't mean that it has to destroy a relationship that you have, right? It doesn't mean that it has to destroy a connection that you have. Like, it's really important to understand like the long-term thinking of everything, every decision that you make, especially when it comes to relationships. Susan says, thank you, Verge, for getting me on here. I just wanted to detox and quit people. No, don't worry. You're good. You're always welcome. Okay. You're always welcome. Um, and yeah, this community is so beautiful and so different. It's
Yeah.
it's really inspiring to be a part of this community because everyone here really is, in my opinion, especially because of showing up, like you show through your actions what you want out of life. And like for everyone that shows up here, literally it's like 3 a.m., 6 a.m., etc. You guys are showing up for you because the best project you'll ever work on is you. And by you showing up through your actions, because you showed up, like you're showing yourself that you want something different, or you're showing yourself that you're looking to improve. You're showing yourself that you are serious about your goals and dreams, about your ambitions, about whatever it is that you're pursuing, whether it be fulfillment, business, relationships, mindset, whatever it is, right? Like you show up for your reasons. So like thank you for showing up. Like every single time you guys show up, like again, that just shows the people who are on here as well that this is a community that is serious. This is a community that is visionary. This is a community that is real, and like there's like we look at us, like we're literally here like with the children, like in a hotel, like
Devin's real happy right now.
yeah, she's like exhausted. So, but we love what we do, and I know that the kids are very adaptable. So,
Milk's enjoying it. She's just eating her breakfast
yeah,
on the bed and just watch. She has front row.
yeah. So, Verge says this community is truly something that helps make us that much better. A
Yeah.
positive, supportive, empowering space.
Yeah. I've
100%.
I've learned so much throughout the years with everyone, like there's a lot of people in here and sometimes people come and people go, but the ones that always stay, they have that long-term vision of building a really strong community. And you guys, we're not just here for only thrive, we're here through life. You know what I mean? Like we cry with each other, like happy tears, sad tears. We go through life together. We've built this family, you know what I mean? It's everything is long term that like I think most of us do. And people that are here short term, or maybe some people that are here only for the wrong reasons, they usually weed themselves out pretty quickly because we're so strong and so united that, they just don't stick and stay for that long.
Yeah, and you know what? Like it might not be like for them, and they
Yeah.
they needed something else, and that's totally fine, right? Like that's life. Like everyone here is on their journey, and so guess what? Like whatever that path is, like just keep on doing you. You know what I mean? Like it's totally fine. It's all good. So okay, let me just read a few more comments. And then I'm gonna talk about the sales cycle because we can automate it, okay? Like I already automated it before, and so we can automate it. I'm just gonna share with you like how I do it. Um, Lena says it's good for them to see you. So the children, yes, thank you. Ruby says not going anywhere changed my life. 100%. Yeah, your story is fire. Lena says, I brought my daughters to my big insurance meetings and holiday parties when they became teens. They need to see real life what parents do. Bravo. Yes, you're very true. Because we're preparing them for what's to come in the future, right? And not to say that they don't learn it on their own, but if we can cut the learning curve, we can mentor them through our actions, through like real life, then why not, right? But again, if you're a parent, like do parenting the way that you want to do it. Goody says everyone is on their own journey. Everyone is different, and that's what makes us unique. Yes, 100%. Everyone here really is special. Like you're here for a reason, okay? Like you are here for a reason, whether you believe it or not, whether you see it or not, but you are here to make a difference in this world. I truly believe in the quote, like like if you wish to see change, like you must be the change, right? So be the change you wish to see in be the change that you wish to see in the world. I need some water, babe. Be the change that you wish to see in the world, right? That right there is as in my opinion, I believe that quote. Okay. So Verge says there's something we can learn from everyone. We can go fast alone, but farther together. 100%. Go fast alone or go far together. I will always choose going far together. Um, let's talk about just to wrap up the call. But babe, can I have some water, please? Thank you. So the sales cycle, because there's I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the sales funnel. Thank you. There's something called the sales funnel, right? And it's just literally the sales funnel in simple terms. It's just a step-by-step system that someone like if you bring a client or a customer through the sales funnel, like you're basically bringing them through the sales cycle, okay, from start to finish. So like the 12 steps I talked about, right? Let's just simplify it down like into 3 steps. Like step one is you're marketing your product or service, right? Step two is someone sees your product and service, so then they decide to take action and to learn more about your product and service, right? So now they're in the presentation stage of your product and service. And then step three is closing the deal, is they are getting started, they're signing up, they're taking action, they are getting started with you, right? That essentially is the entire sales funnel right there, right? It's the sales process from them learning about your product, like from them finding your product, learning about it, and then taking action on it, buying it, right? So you can automate literally the entire process with software, with a website. So for example, like with Thrive. So Thrive, like the only thing that's not automated with Thrive as of right now is like getting people to click your link and then from there for them to go through the entire process without you, right? Like the way that to do that essentially is posting on social media, them finding like that content that you posted, and then them actually like actively without you telling them anything, that they go check out the link that you have and then they sign up as a customer and then they buy, right? The only way to automate all of that is, in my opinion, is to make sure that in every single reel that you do, like you do a call to action, right? You post about Thrive, whatever your style of content is, and then from there, inside your content, you have keywords. And the keyword it's call to actions. It's like if you want to learn more about Thrive, like sign up with, your link in bio or reach out to me through a DM. There's many specific call to actions, but one that I wanted to share with everyone here is one that I did, and I automated everything. So the only job that Crystal and I have when it comes to Thrive specifically for income producing activities is to create content. And that was the one thing that we were focused on. Because for us, we obviously we have multiple businesses and we have multiple things that we're doing. So our time is super valuable, and how we spend it, it must be dictated in accordance to what's going to be the most output. Okay, in accordance to what's going to maximize the most results. So for me, when I decided to like start to learn about this and I started to figure out how can we automate these things to make our job only content creation, then I realized, okay, how do I systemize everything else? How can I systemize all of the necessary steps in order for us to only work on content? Okay. So I'm gonna show you like just real quick. Or actually, I have my phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm just gonna show you just an example real quick. And this is everyone can set this up. Literally, you guys can set this up today if you wanted to. But this is you'll start to I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but you'll start to notice this over the next like few years that it's gonna start to like really pop off even more. But basically, like I'm just gonna show you like I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I've been doing this, just by the way, I've been doing this for at least 5 years. Okay. I've been doing this for at least 5 years now with the keywords and everything. And the automation, I had automation set up in 2018, but I didn't know how to really work it like back then, but I do now. So with this right here, this content right here, this piece of content, I'm gonna share it just real quick. Everyone can do this today. My call to action in this piece of content is just comment or DM me the word blueprint and I'll send you the page to where you can get access to it. Obviously, there's copy for it, but the keywords I want you to take away from this is like comment or DM. Comment or DM me the word, enter whatever word that is. When someone does that, okay, when someone DMs me or Crystal with these keywords that we have laid out on our Instagram all over, whatever keywords it is, if it's a comment, there's an automation that fires. If there's a DM, there's an automation that fires. Now, our whole entire job is just to create content and write the copy. And we can use AI if we want to write the copy, but it just depends on what you how you feel, right? And what you want to do. But we literally just have these, and from there, keywords are firing all the time. And now what's happening is an entire process is literally firing off in the DMs. And I just want to show you like what it looks like. And I'll show you like the back end of what it looks like as well. But when someone comments the word, literally like what happens is this. So like someone comments blueprint. Now my automation that I wrote is, hi, just saw your reply. Here's the list, or here's the link to get access to the 7-step blueprint for personal branding. I inserts the link. Let me know if you got in. Okay. So that right there is all automated. Now someone goes here. It's an entire sales funnel now. It's an entire process. It's all automated. Now I'm collecting their information because like I said before, you need to build your list. Like regardless if you're network marketing, regardless whatever business, if you're building on social media, the number one mistake that I see entrepreneurs make when building on social media is not creating their own email list because they don't know, they're just not educated enough on the fact that if social media ever goes down, which it does, and which can pivot and change, an algorithm changes, innovation happens, new social media
Banned.
something gets banned, new social media things happen, whatever, you have control of the list. Okay. So now you have free marketing. Someone opts in, boom. Now, literally, entire funnel is processed. No like and trust. The KLT factor is activated, and everything in between is done. Okay. I'm gonna share. Oh, I need to learn how to use AI. Yes, Mimi. Yes, it's so powerful. Kimberly asked, what tool do you use to automate on IG? Can you show us how to set this up? Yes. So there's, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to screen share, but there's two ways to do this. Okay. There's two ways. So for me, one is I use Go High Level, which is a white labeling software for marketing agencies. We have a media company, so that's why we use this. But I white labeled it, and so now I'm able to host websites on my own and actually compete against Wix and WordPress and Squarespace and everyone else because I offer everything that they offer, but more for less. So that's just our business plan for that because our goal in our businesses is to acquire more businesses. And because I used to use like all these different things. I used to use ClickFunnels. I used to use WordPress. I used to use Elementor for the design. I used to use all these things. The expenses were stacking up just for software. So then when I found like High Level, then I just was like, this just makes more sense. And then because of our vision for our businesses, like we want to acquire more businesses, no matter what, every business is going to need a website until it doesn't. But for now, they will, right? And especially if we have like local businesses like our auto shop, right? Star Motorworks. Guess what? Like we need a website to collect forms, to collect leads, to like acquire credibility and establish our market dominance and expertise, right? And authority. So because we're competing with dealerships, right? So guess what? Like we need a website. So why not for us? This is just my thinking. Why not pay for us to be the providers of the website and to have all these activations for software, for automations and AI, um, and also activate us being able to be in full control of those websites. So that way we don't have to pay anyone else for hosting. And not only that, we have full control of how we can design it, how we can create it, how we don't have to spend thousands of dollars on website designers, etc. We can do it ourselves. Like, why not we do that? So that's what we did.
And you
Okay.
built in the sales funnels as well.
Yeah, you have everything literally. And so like from there, um, that's just like what we did, right? And for us, like we are like the software, we're the SaaS provider. Now, when it comes to you starting off on this, there's two ways, right? I'm going to show you guys two ways today. Okay. One, here, let me just share my screen real quick because I know we gotta go. I'm going to share two options to do this. Okay. That's basically it. Now, let me show you the back end. The actual back end of this is right here. I'm going to show you specifically the keywords. Okay. This is part of the keywords, and we're just starting it out, but I'm testing it and it's working.
Oh, that's what you used to automate it?
Yeah,
I thought Instagram had like an automation thing.
Instagram has a combination of ManyChat, which I used in 2018, 2019, 2020 to automate like my stuff.
Yeah.
But now with High Level, with our platform, we're able to automate all that and also more. So if you were to use Instagram's only at the Facebook thing,
Yeah.
then you would have to pay a subscription to do all that, and you don't get anything else.
For
You don't
Instagram.
you don't get sales funnels, you don't get like software, CRM, you don't get automations for all that stuff. Um, it's just not available for them. You know what I mean?
This is the first time I'm learning this just because like throughout the day, like although we're together all the time and we work from home with each other while taking care of the baby on like the same businesses, we're in different departments, right? So he's usually in like the marketing and the sales and some of the ops, and I'm usually in like numbers, finances, legal, admin, and like other things. And sometimes we cross over and sometimes we don't. So that's why I'm asking these questions because I know that in the chat you guys asked like, how do we automate this? Like, how do we do this on Instagram? So for me, when I saw this, I was like, I had no idea that this was what he was using in order to automate the keywords when someone commented or DM'd that word, and it automatically like shot them a message and stuff and collected their emails and took them through the sales funnel. I didn't know. So I'm kind of learning this too.
Because she delegated this to me. Okay, so you see? All right, so okay, for example, right, just to show you guys the entire funnel, someone commented right on the blueprint, right? So now my page automates it through this. Here's the trigger. So someone comments, right? Can you see that? Someone comments, right, on my Instagram post, the word blueprint. I can do whatever I want, but it's blueprint. Now, this is
Workflow trigger.
Yeah, the workflow trigger, etc. It's super simple. You just set up in 1 minute. I have a wait period just to, just do that. I could explain that later. Someone comments, it says DMing you to get access. Let me know if you got it. Messaging you to get access. Let me know if you got it, etc. So that it's all automated. And then the Instagram DM is sent. Hi, I just saw your reply. Here's the link to get blah, blah, blah. It's right here. See that? It's all automated. Okay. And then what happens next is the sales funnel. Because now when they click that, I'm showing you the back end of everything. Everyone who gets started with this is just look at it. So they go into the funnel right here. And everyone see this? It's loading up. So it's an opt-in. This is where, okay, again, I encourage everyone to create your own email list. This right here, when someone opts in here, it's all automated. They opt in. Now we have the email. So we own the email list. So now we have that contact forever unless they unsubscribe. And now we can always email them whatever we want in order for us to continue to target them in terms of marketing campaigns, in terms of content campaigns, inviting them to events, inviting them to community, whatever it is. And then from here, this is the sales funnel. After they opt in, I actually have a private blog post that actually helps them set up their blueprint, like get them started with their personal branding. So now right here, it's entire process is right here. Boom, boom, boom. I have all this stuff. Okay. So, and then I also sell them into here if they ever needed like exactly what we offer. It goes back to this funnel. It's all automated. So this entire thing, when they click this, they have access to a private blog post that literally, see, I have this entire thing. You've never seen this before.
No, I'm literally seeing this for the first time.
I said, so this is like part of personal branding. When you build the brand of you, whatever you endorse can potentially lead to money in your bank. And that's 100% true. That's how I first started making money online in 2018 is I posted on my social media on Instagram and I started to make money. And this is a 7-step blueprint. And it's just super simple. Define your niche and audience, create content pillars, craft compelling content, develop an offer, implement payment collection system, provide exceptional client service, collect and showcase reviews and testimonials, right? Um, I'm sharing them exactly what I did. And then from there, if they need to do all that and they want to automate everything and they want to set up the entire sales funnel, I drive them to the traffic source of Resurreccion Media, which is our media company, to help them get started with automating your efforts and getting their website set up. Guess what? It's right here. So now this entire funnel is set up for them to get started. Now they have a 14-day free trial that they can opt in if they want to. If they want to pursue this, then they can start selling digital courses. They can start selling coaching, mentorship. They can create their own community. They can create digital products that they could sell and automate everything, sell ebooks, etc. Everything is here. And this is entirely automated. This entire thing. What is not automated is the number one thing, which is us creating our content. That's it. That our goal was to create our job to be full-time just content creators. This entire process here is allowing us to do that, right? It's allowing us to do this and to automate the entire DM keywords, etc. So that's to answer your question, right? Like how do we automate like these keywords? How do we automate like these how do we automate these sales funnels? How do we automate the call to action, the copy, etc.? It's all here. Like this is like I'll show you for Thrive because I created one for Thrive. Look, we got 8 opt-ins like from our content. Okay, so this right here, like on what you guys will start to notice like that when we post content, like we have a specific strategy that we're running. It's duplicatable. Anyone can copy it and do it. But basically, like when it comes to Thrive, right? So I'm going to show you right here, just to show you an example. And this is just for us, if you are building Thrive and you want to do it some completely different, like that's totally fine, right? Do however you want to do it and always remain in compliance. This is completely compliant, and the reason for that is and I read their compliance. Okay, so I read it. I read it multiple times.
And when it got updated, he read it again.
Yeah, I always read the compliance because like okay, when it comes to Thrive specifically, I'm talking specifically about Thrive and the opportunity there with the business. That Thrive, like from an outsider, like looking in, as a business strategist looking in and analyzing it, just to give you guys the real raw, in my opinion, Thrive it's such a good opportunity in terms of like the product for sure, but also the business side that you want to remain in compliance. You want to remain in compliance because you want to be a part of this company no matter what if you're building, okay? You want to be a part of it. So I encourage everyone to be compliant no matter what. And what I'm going to show you is compliant, okay? It's compliant with Thrive. And the reason for that is because the one thing that they don't want you to do specifically is email marketing. They don't want you to run email automations and email marketing to thrive customers, okay? To thrive customers. As you'll see in this DM automation, I never ask for an email. I never ask them to sign up for an email list when it comes to specifically Thrive, okay? It's only specifically going to their company website right here, as you can see. So when it comes to Thrive, right here, all right, this is our content piece. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is a Thrive related content piece. It's the steps 1, 2, 3. That's our content. In our call to action for us specifically that we put is 1, 2, 3. So comment or DM the word 1, 2, 3 if you want to learn more about these products. Someone comments, this is what happens. This is the firing. This is the automation process. So someone commented, 1, 2, 3, right? Exact match. Now, whenever someone does, I respond to their comment automatically with DM sent. Let me know if you got it. Sent you a DM. Let me know if you got it. Sending you a DM. Let me know if you received it. Sent DM. Let me know if you got it, right? And then in the DM, I put this. I put, hi, just saw your reply. Sending info now. Okay. It's all systemized, it's all automated, it's all squared away. Here's my referral link where you can sign up for a free customer account. No purchase necessary. And then I insert my Thrive link, right? If you're ready to get started, I recommend starting with the Thrive Experience package and make sure you choose auto ship to save up to $160. Cancel auto ship anytime. That's all I put. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you order, just let me know so I can help guide you. Let's get it. That's I literally just write that copy, sent it in, boom. Now our job again. What's our job? Create content only. Create content, write the copy, drive traffic. That's it. If someone sees it, they're interested because again, what's one of the challenges for everyone? One of the challenges for everyone is how can you reach more people, more new people, right? Because at one point in your business, you might you
Hit a
might
plateau.
you might hit a plateau,
Yeah.
which is never good in business. So so is everyone okay with the automations that I showed you? Because it's very simple.
And I just want to add that, like, yeah, like, although we have this set up, it's just because it's going to work really well for our lives in terms of automating and creating systems to work
Yeah.
around us, just because we have like a lot of other businesses that we do, right? And so you guys don't all have to do this. We're just showing you like what is the next level to this if you want it, right? Like,
Yeah.
and but like if you have scripts, pre-written scripts, Jackie has a chat where there's a lot of good pre-written scripts.
Yeah.
You can always take those scripts. Like you'll notice you keep answering the same thing over and over again and you keep sending your link, right?
Yeah.
So if you have pre-written scripts that you know work, that's been written by some of us,
Yeah.
and you have your link, save it in your notes, right? So instead of typing it every single time or messaging people back in the DMs every single time, you just go to your notes and it's like you automate it, right? And you just literally pull that script and copy and paste, because that's something that we were coming across in the very beginning, like almost 6 years ago, right? I'm like, everyone asks the same question over and over again. Am I going to keep answering and typing everything out over and over again? No, I'm going to like take time to slow down, to like have the process, the questions and the answers written, and then I'm just going to literally copy and paste. So I just wanted to add that, like, the things that we do, you guys don't have to do, but
Yeah.
anything that we do, we're always going to share, right? Like we're always going to share if we feel like this is going to help us long term, make us more money and save us more time and energy. We're going to do it. And if once we do it and we get it all figured out and set up, we're always going to share with you guys, right? So whether you want to use it or not, it's totally fine. You don't have to. Like there's other ways you can copy and paste, do scripts, but when you
Yeah.
get to other levels, or your business is another business you have is getting to another level, like we want to always share information and like teach people like what we know and how we deal with our lives as well, right?
Yeah, and so yeah, just to like wrap that up, right? Like all the key words, right? Because everything you're saying is true. Like all the like just for us, like we needed to customize a system and solution for our lives. I encourage everyone to do that. Like if you have to optimize your life, because you want to, because you have other things that you want to pursue. Like you're reaching more goals, you're getting better, you're going after bigger goals, etc. Whatever that is, right? Like again, optimize specifically for what is in it for you, for your life, right? And for us, when it comes to our businesses, with our business endeavors, like this is part of our plan. Like this is from what you saw, that's Resurrection Media. That's our media company. And that right there, it's all the offers that we have and more. And we're able to just systemize everything and automate everything. And the next step is AI, activate AI, because that software also activates AI, conversational AI. That's why, and AI is a huge trend right now. There's going to be a lot of millionaires that are made through AI automations and AI offerings. And guess what? Like that right there is what I can offer in the back end. So all these things right here that I showed, again, it's available. It's there if you want to use it. It's not, hi baby. It's not necessary, but it just depends on how you want to build for yourself. It depends on how you want to build your life. Okay, and so can you say AI?
I.
So with that being said, like the I can share I'll edit the video, post it on YouTube, and then in the YouTube description it'll be there. The links will be there, or you can go to my Instagram and it's going to be in resurrectionmedia.com. But you can check it out. Either choice, it's up to you. It just depends on what you want to do. And so I'll be able to help.
That
Not
is so cool. Goody said they use AI for graduation name announcement now too. I did not know that.
wow.
I wonder if they're gonna do that with Caitlin. So FYI, like another reason why we do these things, like it might seem, extra, maybe it does, but it's like we're about to homeschool, Caitlin. We're about to
Yeah.
homeschool her. I already signed up for like our own private school and I have to create a curriculum, which I will do using AI with
Yeah.
what we want to teach her. And we're also going to be homeschooling Devin. So like on top of like the business endeavors and like kids and life, like we just took on another responsibility, right? So for us, it's like this is why we need to continue to automate and systemize and save so much time and money and energy because there are so many things we want to do. Eventually, we want to travel the world, right? And be able to make sure that we're still making money. So this is kind of just like the next level and the next step for us, right? So again, we're always going to share everything that we do, regardless if you need it now, if you need it later, if you never need it, just so you start to think outside the box, right?
Yeah, it's just there's levels to the game, right? To the business game. And this is part of the game. That's it. It's just part of the game. So if you need it or you want to try it out, like feel free, I'm more than happy to help. I'll be the one that's helping you, by the way, just to let
Yes,
you know.
yes. So, lock him in when you can because, we're gonna be fighting for his time because I have him do a lot of my stuff.
I know. I'm pretty busy. So, but I'm more than happy to help because this is something that is part of our business plan. And for me to continue to work on it and to like, I'm learning too. Okay. I'm learning as well at the same time. This is a new software, but I'm learning it. I'm using it. We use it for our businesses. Like, it's good. Like, I'm not going to use something that's not good. So, and I would never recommend something that's not good.
I
So,
gotta go soon.
I
Or your
know.
other
So,
camera's gonna get cut.
okay, well, I love all the comments. It's fire. We hope that again, just the big takeaway. Okay, I know this is going to be recorded as well, but the big takeaway is thinking about your time, thinking about your schedule, thinking about what can you automate, right? What can you automate that you already do? That it requires your time. It requires you spending your time, trading your time away. How can you eliminate, automate, or delegate that? Because if you can do that, if you're able to do that you automatically, instantly get more time back for sure. Now, the challenge that I was sharing earlier is, well, when you do that, when you start to automate software, when you start to automate delegations, etc., it's gonna trade. You're giving time, you're giving money, right? You're giving money now in exchange to get that done, right? If you use our software, that right there is automation cost, right? That expense cost. So now with that time that you get back, though, how much money can you make? So that way it offsets that expense, and you also increase your earning power. You increase your earning potential, right? So that's the one thing I was sharing earlier is the challenge. You have to overcome the challenge of automating and delegating with making more money. Okay. The goal is to make way more money that it offsets all your expenses. So you don't have to worry about expenses anymore. And then from there, you're able to fulfill and focus on what you truly want to focus on, truly want to spend your energy and time on. And so when it comes to software, this is a solution that I have. This is a solution that I found that it works for us. And we're still like, we're still leveling up, still pursuing like bigger and better and always improving. But as of right now, this is definitely like the best, like the freaking best one for sure. And just to give a note, for in the network marketing industry specifically, there's a lot of multimillionaires in network marketing that also use these softwares. They also use sales funnels. They also use like, they leverage software. And so it's not something new. Okay. Just to let everyone know, it's not something new, but this may be the first time that you're hearing about this. And guess what? Like the thing is that I know the people that do this, and I know from my own personal experience of using this. So I'm not going to recommend something that I'm not 100% confident in, and that I don't use as well. Like I use it. So with that being said, okay. With that being said, love you all. Sending you love. Thank you for being on. I hope this was helpful. And this is we're just continue going. Okay, we're just gonna continue to get it. So say crush it. Say fire.
Fire,
Say fire hour.
fire, oil.
Say shun gonna.
Shakara.
I love you. Okay, love you all. Have fun. Let me know if you need any help, but we got you. All right. Have fun. Love you all. Crush it. Dominate your path. Make it happen.
Gotta take the kids. Let's go.
Let's get it. All right. Peace out. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey babe, do you know where my keys are? Oh, here, it's in my bag. It's in my bag.
Oh, is
Okay,
it
I got it.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, I gotta stop it now. We gotta